For the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, check out my sponsor Red Zone Coins, and for this week only, code SWIFT will give you 30% off any order. So family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going over kind of what to do with your coins in Madden 20 / kind of a market talk as well, talking about some trends in the market, giving you guys some advice to maximize the value for your coins, because on the channel I know you guys definitely love those coin making methods I post on Saturdays, so this video should help you and be pretty insightful when it comes to what to spend those coins on, which hopefully you just made yesterday with my coin making method. Now before we hop into this one, as you guys probably know, I'm giving away a total of 6 million coins as a thank you for hitting 50,000 subscribers. That ends in 6 days. The link to the 5 million coin giveaway and the 1 million coin giveaway will be in the description, so definitely be sure to enter those. Also, I did create a second channel where I'm going to be posting like reaction videos, maybe also some other games on there, maybe some IRL stuff as well, so that's linked in the description. If you guys could go subscribe over there, it would mean a lot to me. I'm probably gonna have the first video out over there in a few days, so definitely that should be a good time. Now without further ado, let's hop into this one. Everyone be sure to leave a like down below, and let's get it started off with kind of just some general rules when it comes to spending coins in Madden 20, because I'm trying to look out for you guys to make sure you're making the right decisions and make sure you can get the best team possible for your coins. So the first thing I want to talk about is how much coins you should be spending versus how much coins you should be saving when it comes to making an upgrade. Now a general rule of thumb that I like to follow when I'm buying cards is I want to be saving the same amount of coins or more than I spent on the upgrade. So let's say for example I wanted to buy this Jesse Tuggle 94 overall. Let's say we see him for 50,000 coins and we want to add him to the team. Now I would make sure that I had at least 100,000 coins in my inventory. That way when I spend the 50k, I still have that exact same amount, and it's important that you guys still have a pretty solid amount of coin buffer when you make an upgrade in case a great coin making method comes out and you want to be able to do it, or you're on the auction house and you see a really good snipe but you're not able to buy it because you don't have enough coins. That's why I would recommend you save basically at least the same amount as you spend on an upgrade, meaning if you're spending 50k, I would recommend you have at least 100k in your binder, or sorry, in your inventory. Of course if you have more, that's perfectly fine, but the rule again is pretty simple. If you're spending 50k, make sure you have 100k. If you're spending 250k, make sure you have at least 500k in there. That way you're going to ensure that you make sure that you're able to take advantage of opportunities in the market when they do arise, because it'll be really annoying if you end up spending your whole 100,000 coins on one card and then you go into the auction house and you see a crazy good snipe that could make you like 50,000 coins back and you're just not able to get it. So that's kind of my first recommendation when it comes to spending your coins and how much you should spend versus how much you should save on upgrades. Now the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to what to do with your coins is which positions you guys should be upgrading. I get a ton of DMs on Instagram and on Twitter with people talking about, okay, this is my team, can you let me know what I should be upgrading? So what I'm going to do right now is address the positions and types of players that I would recommend you guys upgrade first on offense and on defense. We'll start it off by going over defense first. In my opinion, the most important aspect of a defense is having speed at the linebacker position. We should all have Ryan Shazier on our team, and you guys can actually get him up to a 99 based on a video I talked about 3 days ago. So if you haven't done that, definitely be sure to get him up to a 99. I would also recommend you guys get other speed at the linebacker position. I've got Jadeveon Clowney and Lawrence Taylor. They're more pass rushers, but they are super high speed. Patrick Willis is one of the fastest middle linebackers in the game. Jerome Baker is a left outside linebacker, and he's sitting at 96 speed, which is crazy fast for a linebacker. So having speed at the linebacker position, I would recommend having like 2 decently fast linebackers. For me, I have Shazier and Jerome Baker that will be in coverage when I'm in nickel or big nickel or something like that. I would recommend having 2 pretty fast linebackers. That's going to be really huge because your user on defense is the most important player on the field, and you need your user to be as good as possible when it comes to speed. So that's probably the most important thing on the defense. Now another couple things that I like to take a look at, or I like to try and have, are high speed corners. As you can see, all of my corners are going to be at 98 speed or more. Byron is a 99, Denzel's a 99, and Kyle Fuller is a 98. If you're just starting out, having high speed is great because it's super annoying when you call up a good defense and you just get burned on a street guard or something like that. So having high speed at the corner position is probably my second most important thing. Now the third most important thing in my opinion is pass rushers, guys. Pass rushers players on either the end position or the outside linebacker position, depending on whether you play a 3-4 or a 4-3, are probably the third most important thing. I would recommend putting abilities on at least one pass rusher. I actually have abilities on two right here, Jadeveon Clowney and Lawrence Taylor, so those are definitely huge. Defensive tackles aren't that important. I wouldn't really recommend spending a ton of coins on them. It's more important to get good ends that are going to be able to pass rush and get around the end, because again, having good pass rusher, probably the third most important thing, and the kind of like the third most important when it comes to rankings of upgrades on the defense. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is having a safety that is going to get Enforcer. That is super huge. All these players get Enforcer for me. Honestly, not too hard to get the Sean Taylor. I just used my 95 power up pass on him, and I've had him on my team for forever. I probably could use an upgrade here, but they honestly just don't really get burnt that often. So having at least one good safety who you can use in run defense and also have Enforcer on is definitely huge. So that would probably be my rankings when it comes to defense. Now let's move on to offense really quickly. When it comes to offense, quarterback, wide receiver, running back, the three most important positions guaranteed. Offensive line really isn't super important. So quarterback, you're basically just going to want someone that's going to get the best abilities possible. Whether you have someone that's going to be more of an escape artist quarterback, or you have a golden ticket, which is going to allow you to get hot route master and escape artist, abilities are huge when it comes to QBs. So getting someone that's going to get the abilities that you want is probably the first and most important thing. Now the next thing is going to be the running back spot. If you can get a running back with human joystick, you're perfectly set. If not, I'd look for someone with high speed, high elusiveness. There's a lot of good options when it comes to that, but high speed is probably the most important thing at the running back position. Now for wide receivers, all of you guys can get Torrey Holt. He's arguably the best receiver in the game. Randy Moss might have just taken that spot, but everyone can get him to a 99, and if you have him as a 99, honestly, I'd recommend putting abilities on him. He is super great. So those are the three things on offense that I'm looking for. Now there's also offensive line and tight end, which you can think about on the offensive side of the ball. I feel like all offensive linemen play pretty similar. If they're going up against someone with an ability, they're just not going to block them. If they're going up against someone with no ability, they're probably going to be able to hold them off for long enough for you to throw the football. So offensive line isn't crazy important. Tight end, it really depends what type of scheme you run. Some people will literally have no tight ends on the field ever. For me, I have tight ends on the field a decent amount of the time. So if you're looking for an upgrade at tight end, run block and speed are the two most important things. Mark Andrews is a great budget option, sitting at 94 speed and 79 run block for me right now. But that's just what I wanted to go over when it comes to spending your coins on making upgrades. You guys know how much you should spend now based on the first tip I told you guys, and you know the positions you should be spending your coins on. Next up, let's talk about the market and some trends I've seen in the market to maybe equip you guys to know the right times to buy players, and kind of just so you guys know how the market's sitting and how it's been changing in the last little bit. So the first and most important thing when it comes to knowing when to spend your coins and kind of just understanding the market is knowing your buy days and your sell days. Of course, we're talking about what to do with your coins, so I'm just going to be going over the buy days, and these are the days when you should be making upgrades, maybe buying some training, but just kind of spending some coins in the market, because you're going to find the best deals possible on these days. Now these days are Thursdays and Saturdays. On Thursdays, people are ripping packs for golden tickets, so there's going to be a lot of new cards getting posted up, and that just drops the market down a little bit and enough for you to make some upgrades and get some good deals. Now the next day is going to be on Saturday. On Saturdays, if you guys didn't know, Ultimate Legends get released into the game, and if there's good Ultimate Legends like there were this week, that's going to mean people are buying packs, and people are buying packs just like on Thursday. That's going to drop the market down as well, because more people are buying, which means more people are selling their cards, which means people are undercutting, and that's when you can start to get some really good deals and some really good snipes on some of your players that you are looking to upgrade. So when you're looking to buy a new player, it can be tough, but be sure to wait until you end up getting to a Thursday or a Saturday. Sometimes it's super tempting on like a Tuesday and you want to just get a card. I would recommend waiting. Save those coins, guys. It's going to come back and it's going to be worthwhile in the long run. But yeah, those are the buy days. Now let's also go over a couple of other things and trends that I've been seeing in the market and kind of just wanted to let you guys know of. Now, one thing is just kind of how the market's been trending. I feel like it'll go down on Thursday and Saturdays, like I told you guys, and then it never really fully recovers to what it was the week before. Usually on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, that's when the market is the most expensive. Usually on Tuesdays, actually, that's when it's most expensive, and it just never really recovers. Like last Tuesday, it was higher than it was this Tuesday, and I'm assuming it's going to be even lower in the coming Tuesday than it was previously. That's just because the market kind of tanks, like I said, on Thursday and Saturday, and it'll go up a little bit on Monday, Tuesday, but it never really recovers to what it was like last week. So the market is really, really going down. It it seems like every week. So you guys can do whatever you want with that information, but to me, it really is just something that's going on, and there's not really much you can do about it. It's tough to invest when that's the case, because stuff is kind of just constantly going down. And just know when you buy a card on your team, it's unlikely you're going to be able to get the same amount of coins back for it as when you are done with him. But at this point in the year, a lot of players you guys should be picking up, or a lot of players that you might be picking up, could end up being endgame cards. 98 overalls, 99 overalls, 97 overalls. Those are all players that are going to be super usable until you're done with the game, whether you're playing all the way until the next Madden, or whether you're just playing it for like a month or two more. Those are all players that I would recommend you guys end up picking up, because those are going to be endgame cards, so you shouldn't really be too worried about their prices going down. But just a trend for you guys, if you want to wait, you're probably going to be finding better deals. So depending on how patient you are, that was just a little tidbit at the end of the video from what I had been seeing in the market. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to leave a like if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Drop a TSF if you made it to the end of the video as well. And I hope you guys do subscribe to that second channel. I'm really excited to post some videos over there. Kind of just switch it up from Madden. I'm still going to be posting Madden every single day here. But instead of playing Madden over there, I might be reacting to some like rage compilations or stuff like that. We might react to some flight videos or something like that. Could be fun over there. So yeah, be sure to subscribe. We'll be linked down below in the description. And until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. And happy Mother's Day as well. Be sure to go tell your mom that you love them. But yeah, till next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace. So,